Here's a problem with more side hustles. They're second jobs disguised as opportunities. You finish an 8-hour shift, then you drive for Uber, deliver food, or freelance until midnight. You're exhausted. You're missing time with your family, or you're still trading every dollar for an hour of your life. But what if your side hustle was a machine that worked for you while you slept, while you were at your day job, while you were spending time with your kids? Today I'm going to show you the fundamental difference between side hustles that enslave you and side hustles that free you up, while investing in assets beats selling more of your time every single day of the week. We have someone like John, who works full-time in a warehouse every day. He clocks out around 3 p.m., but instead of heading home to relax, he jumps straight into his car and starts his evening delivering for DoorDash. He does this because, like many people, he is trying to make ends meet and add a little extra money to his income. John's routine is grueling. He gets home around 11 p.m. or later, and then by that time, the house is quiet. The kids are already asleep. He tiptoes through the house, grabs a quick bite, then falls into bed exhausted. And the next morning, he drags himself up to do it all over again. Eventually, John sits down and does the math. He realizes that after expenses, the gas, the wear and tear on his car, and all the extra little costs, he's only making about $18 an hour. And that realization hits hard. He is sacrificing his time, his health, his family moments for every little extra bucks that don't even seem worth the toll. The turning point comes when one day he misses his kid's soccer game because he had to deliver food. Sitting in his car, waiting for the next order, he starts wondering, is there a better way? That's when John stumbles upon the idea of asset-based income, like owning an ATM. Instead of trading hours for dollars, he could own something that makes money even when he's asleep or spending time with his family. He starts researching how an ATM works, how they generate small fees per transaction, how one machine can gradually build up a reliable income stream. John shifts his mindset from I don't need to work more hours to I need to own something that works for me. Instead of burning gas and time on the road, he saves that money and uses it to buy his first ATM. He spends evenings scouting out good locations rather than doing deliveries. The first morning he wakes up and checks the ATM dashboard to see if overnight while he was resting, the machine made a handful of transactions and earned him money without having to be actively there. It's a light bulb moment. Now John works his day job, spends evenings with his families, and simply checks his ATM progress online. He is not just earning money, he's gotten his time back and his life back. This shift from labor-based to asset-based side hustle reveals 3 fundamental principles that separate people who stay exhausted from people who build freedom. Number 1, time is your most valuable asset. Selling more of it makes you poorer, not richer, regardless of the hourly rate. Number two, assets that generate income without your presence create leverage that labor never can. And number 3, the goal is not to work harder or more hours, it's to own things that work while you rest. Okay, before we get to the rest of the video, I want to ask you guys a question of the day. How it works is I ask you guys a question and you type in your comments in the section down below. All right, here's today's question. What second jobs have you all been doing that you're going to give up to start asset-based ATM business? I'm excited to read your answers in the comment section below. All right, let's get back to the video. Principle number 1, breaking down the time poverty trap. So imagine someone making a solid $25 an hour on their main job. Now they decide to pick up a side hustle, let's say at $20 an hour. On paper, that seems like a good idea, but in reality, it's actually going backwards. Why? Because you are running yourself into the ground. You're exhausted. Your relationship suffers. Then your health takes a hit. And then your car is getting worn down. You might even perform worse on your main job because you're just plain tired. Now flip the script. Instead of pouring 780 hours a year into a side hustle that pays you once, what if you spend 15 hours placing an ATM? That one ATM could bring you $300 a month. Not just once, but month after month after month. That is not $20 an hour. That's an infinite amount of return on your initial time investment. Over a year, that's a single 15-hour investment that could earn you $3,600 annually without you having to trade more hours for leverage through scalability. Let's talk leverage. One person can serve one customer at one time, but one ATM can serve hundreds of customers while you're off doing other things. You can't clone yourself to work 3 jobs at once, but you can absolutely own 3 ATMs that all work simultaneously. And that's how you scale up. In your first year, maybe you place 2 machines. The next year you place the same amount of effort, you place 3 more because you have the hang of it now. By the third year, you are replacing even more machines and your income grows exponentially, even though you're not adding any more hours. That's the beauty of leverage. Your time investment stays steady, your results multiply. Principle number 3. Finally, refrain a side hustle even means it's not just about adding more labor to get more income, it's about building assets that eventually replace the need for that labor. Start with one machine that makes you $300 a month, and then add machines until you make $2,000. Eventually, you'll reach a point where the income from your assets cover your expenses and your job becomes optional. That is your shift from side hustle mindset to asset portfolio mindset. You are not just working for extra cash, you're building a system that makes money for you. At the end of the day, you've got a fundamental choice. You can keep trading your time for a paycheck, running yourself ragged and staying on that hamster wheel of hourly thinking, or you can invest in the same time to build assets that pay you over and over again. Yes, asset building is about delayed gratification, there's no doubt about it. But you're not going to see quick cash tonight like you would from delivering DoorDash or Uber Eats. But that is exactly what separates people who stay trapped from people who build real freedom. Working class folks are often taught to think in terms of hourly rates, but the wealthy think in terms of assets that leverage your time. So this is not about getting rich quick. It's about working smart instead of just working hard. And it is exactly what I teach on my channel. I show you how to shift from selling your time to building assets, from exhaustion to leverage, from side hustle jobs to side businesses that truly work for you. So if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe for more content about building real wealth freedom instead of staying busy. And if you're ready to own your own ATM instead of being one, check out our ATM Startup Guide. Stop building the machine in someone else's business and start owning the machine that works for you.